Dude, seriously, my husband was an NPC until the right time. So you may know it as invisible string theory, but in Eastern Asian culture, it's known as the red string of fate. So I'll give you some examples that really actually happened to me. So my husband and I could have met many times in life, but we just kind of never crossed paths. And in high school, we had a mutual friend. He would throw house parties all the time, and we would go to the same house party. I don't know if younger kids nowadays, if you're not a millennial, if you have house parties in high school, but we did back in my day, would go to these house parties, but never met each other or ran into each other. In college, we kind of met, but just in passing, never had a real long conversation, or I never really got to know him and he never really got to know me. But our first role after college, our corporate buildings were literally 1 block from one another in the same city. Again, we never ran into each other during lunch or something. So that was another example. And then another thing was as young adults, we shared mutual friends. We would see each other, but we, again, never really talked either. And so we just knew of each other's existence, but never had a full conversation. It wasn't until I think I was single for 2 years after living and traveling around the world in my cool phase of life. I was trading crypto, I was doing cool things, meeting all sorts of people. It wasn't until one random day I was in California and I had a dream of my now husband. And it was a very innocent dream. It was just of me holding his hand and us running through a beautiful field. What's crazier is that right when I woke up from that dream, I was checking my phone. And then guess who I got a DM from? And I've never gotten a DM from him ever. And it was my now husband. He sent me a DM. So thinking back now, it was more like a premonition of what's to come of that dream. But anyways, the universe be playing these games. So thought I'd let you guys know. Bye.